So first we're going to want to take the cap off. That helps airflow as you're draining the oil out. So then you crawl under this wonderful beast and you locate your oil filter, which is going to be right here. So I got my bucket lined up, my board, so I'm not getting full of mud. And usually these are hand tight. So typically these are on here hand tight. So I'm going to take my oil filter off first. And it should only be hand tight. So yeah, you got to squeeze it and just slowly take it off because it's going to pee. But I got a bucket for all that drippage to go into. See, there's our drippage. We'll kind of let that go for a minute before we finish pulling it off. And since Ford likes to make things difficult, there's a shroud here that is hiding the bolt I need to get to. So we got to remove that shroud to be able to get to it. So this is what it looks like once you wipe it all off. Make sure you get all that oil off of there. Your new filter on. Again, you're going to want to have it just hand tight. So that way it's hand tight. Alright, and that's good to go. So my bolt wanted to be a bitch, but I did finally get it loose. You'll drain that into your drainage buckets, whatever you decide to use, till it comes to a trickle. Pretty much when it stops draining. And then he will add new, so to be continued. As you can see, we got drip, 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 drip. So I've only been sitting here dripping for a while. We're going to clean it up and get the bolt back in and start refilling her with oil. As I did with the filter, we're going to wipe it off, make sure there's no debris or dirt or anything on that bolt to make sure that our threads stay good and we don't have issues later. So I got my funnel in place. This is the wonderful aspect of putting our oil back into our vehicle. This particular one takes 5W20. So I just went and bought a nice big jug that will be enough to do what I need it to do. So get that bad boy open. And ready, aim, don't miss. Nice clean oil going back in. Oops, shit, and I missed. Then you pretty much put this whole thing in. Well, usually, typically, I'll put like 3/4 of it in and start my engine and let it run, and then I'll add in the rest. That way, you know, everything's going where it needs to, and then add the rest in. Alright, so that's about 3/4. And put my cap back on. Put this somewhere where it ain't gonna fall. Probably on the ground would be the best. Alright, and that's how an oil change is done. Just put your cap on, and your engine will be happy. They like clean oil. Alright, so cap back on. Start your car, let it run, put the rest of your oil in. Don't forget to use your dipstick and make sure the oil level is correct.